Good morning, everyone. So
Good
in the
morning, ma'am.
previous class, we were discussing about the cost. I told you different types of cost, about different types of cost. What was the exact type of cost which we discussed in the previous class? I mean, there were various types. Which one we discussed about?
And we were discussing about marginal cost.
Marginal cost. Okay. And I think few points are related to the shape of average cost also we discussed, average variable cost and average fixed cost. Okay. Now, a small recap on that related to the topic. What are the three types of cost related to average? That is, what are those, Kevin?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question again, ma'am?
What are the types of average cost? You can see. What is that?
Ma'am, average fixed cost, average variable cost, and average total cost.
Okay. Now, we discussed about average fixed cost. So that there is a formula to get average fixed cost. What is that, Vishnu? Average fixed cost is equal to AFC is equal to
AFC is equal to TFC by Q.
Or there is one more method. If TFC is given, total fixed cost is given and quantity is given, we can get in that manner. One more method is there. Rahul, what is that?
AC minus AFC.
AC minus ABC.
AFC.
Okay. So this is the curve. This is how the AFC curves look like. In the beginning, it will be high. As the output increases, what will happen? It goes on decreasing. Because you know that the same, it remains fixed. For example, the last one, if you take, that is remaining fixed, but it is getting distributed on 5 output. So you can see that the cost is spread on 5 items here. So because of that reason, you can see AFC decreases as the output increases. Okay. Now, next is about average variable cost. Average variable cost, Akshay, what is the method to find average variable cost? What is the formula?
AVC is equal to average cost minus average fixed.
Okay, that is one method. If AFC and AC is given, we can reduce AFC from AC and you will be getting AVC. One more method is there. What is that?
TVC minus Q.
AVC is equal to TVC
TVC
by
by
Q. Okay. Now, the shape of AVC, if you see, that is somewhat U-shaped. It is a U-shaped curve. And Abhilash, what is the reason for it? Why is it? Yeah.
Law of
Further?
variable proportions.
Law of variable proportion. AVC, what happens in the beginning? It falls, then it is reaching to a minimum, then it starts rising. Okay. I told you why it is less or why it is falling in the first stage. Pranav, what is the reason?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
See, AVC curve in the beginning, if you see, it starts falling. Okay. What is the reason for that? There is a reason for that. Falling of AVC in the beginning stage. What is that reason?
Law of variable proportion.
Law of variable proportion, but something is there related to the input. Who can say? Who remembers?
And since more input is employed during the first initial stage.
Initial stage, what is the speciality of the input? Both the inputs.
More are employed.
Not more are employed. Their efficiency will be more in the beginning. Because of that reason, the output will be very high. Okay. Now, next is about average total cost or average cost. What do you mean by that? There is a formula to get that also. Abdul, can you tell what's the formula to get average cost?
Ma'am, TC divided by Q.
TC divided by Q or total cost divided by Q. The same way, if AFC and ABC is given, how to get that? AC is equal to
AFC plus ABC.
AFC plus AVC. Okay. Now next, I showed you this three curves together. AVC, AFC, both together gives you AC. So AC always lie above. Next, I told you the relationship between. Now we'll come to marginal cost. Marginal cost is equal to, what is the formula to find marginal cost, Vishnu? What's the formula to find marginal cost? Vishnu? Sandra, you can see on the board, what is the formula to find MC? MC is equal to what? MC is marginal cost. Sandra?
Change in TC by change in
Okay, change in TC by change in output. Okay, change in TC in the sense change in total cost divided by change in output. That is the same as change in TVC by change in output. Why we say change in TVC here? Because the fixed cost remains in the short run same. Because of that reason, we can take change in TVC also. Now, shape of MC curve or SMC curve, in the sense the short run marginal cost curve, that is also U-shaped. The reason is because of law of variable proportion. Shape of MC curve or marginal cost curve is U-shaped. The reason is that because of law of variable proportion. Okay. Now, in the beginning, the MC curve or marginal cost curve, it falls. Then it is reaching to a minimum. Then it starts rising. Now, first phase, how is it? First phase of LVP, in the sense we are talking about law of variable proportion. Okay, you have studied this before. Law of variable proportion. There in the first stage, increasing returns will be there. Why is it so? Because of increase in efficiency. Okay, variable input as we change, what happens? The efficiency also increases. Because of that reason, in the beginning stage, returns will be very high. Because of that reason, cost will be low. When cost is becoming low, that is what it is falling downward. Okay. And not only because of variable input, you know that fixed capital is fixed input is a new one. So that efficiency also will be very high. So because of that reason, in the first stage, the returns will be very high. It will be increasing returns. So we can say that marginal cost will be falling. Okay. Now, so what happens whenever we are producing an additional unit of output, cost will be lower compared to the previous one. Okay, so because of that reason, we can see the MC curve falls in the beginning. Once more, I'll tell you what it is in the first phase of law of variable proportion. What is happening? We have increasing returns. The returns are very high. In the sense, if we are employing 100% of output, 100% of input, we are getting 150% of output. So a lot of increase you can see in the returns in the production. Why is it so? Because increase in efficiency of variable input and fixed inputs, because both are fixed inputs are new, so its efficiency will be very high. Variable input also, they will be their efficiency will be very high. So each an additional unit, whenever we are producing output, you can see the cost will be very low as compared to the previous one. That is why in the beginning stage, the marginal cost falls. Okay, so this is about first phase. Now, second and third phase, what happens of LVP, that is law of variable proportion, it start decreasing in the sense returns to factor. What do you mean by returns to factor? Anyone? What do you mean by returns to factor? Any one person? From that term itself, you know what it is, returns to a factor. Pranav, can you say what it is?
Increase in input results in increase of
Okay.
output.
How much ever inputs we are employing, you know that there will be, it has an effect on output. As we improve, as we increase input, what will happen to the output?
Increase.
Increase. Okay. For example, labor is 1 and fixed capital is 12. You got the result 10. Next step, labor is 2 and the fixed cost is same. It remains 10 and the output is 12. Okay. So here output in the first one 10 I told or 12 I told. I'll just write it down. That's better. So here in the first stage, when we are employing, in the first stage, when we are employing 1 labor of output, 1 labor and fixed 10, it gives you result 12. Okay. Then 2, here it is 10, it results 15. Okay. Now you can see it results more than 24. Okay. 26. So this shows that, what does it show here? With that second output, how much it is increased? With that second output, how much it is increased? This is total production output. Okay. This is fixed cost. This is variable cost or variable input. Who can say? First employed. With the second input, what happened in the output? How much it is increased? Calculate and say first. Whether there is any increase in the output? Yes or no? If you're keeping quiet, how I will understand?
Increase in output by 14.
Increase in output by 14. So that 14 is the result of which particular factor?
Variable.
In variable factor, but the second one, right? So that returns to factor when we say that 14 is associated with the second factor. That is what you mean by returns to that particular factor. So when we employ one factor, one input when we are employing, what increase you got, that is what you mean by returns to factor. Now in this, we can say second phase and third phase, what is happening? The returns to a factor is getting reduced. What is the reason for that? That is a fall in the efficiency of variable input and overutilization of fixed inputs. First stage, what did I say? We have increasing returns. Why the returns are increasing? What reason I told? What is the reason for the increasing returns in the first stage? Akshay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what is the reason for the increasing returns in the first phase?
At the beginning, the efficiency of the variable inputs are really high.
really high. At the same time, we are utilizing the fixed inputs in a better manner. Okay. And second phase and third phase, what happens? We are getting decreasing returns. I mean, when we employ input, the returns, what we are getting, it is getting reduced. What is the reason for that? The reason is that a fall in the efficiency of variable input and overutilization of fixed inputs. For example, machines and all, when we are utilizing for many years, what will happen to its efficiency? What will happen, Rahul?
It will increase.
It will decrease or increase efficiency? Increase.
Increase.
No, I didn't get it. What are you telling? It's increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease. It will decrease. Okay. So here, as you use more and more machines or buildings and all, what will happen? Some sort of wear and tear will be there for the fixed inputs. So that is the reason why in the third and second phase, there will be a decreasing returns to a factor. That is why what happens, the MCs for some time, it remains constant. Somewhat it reaches the minimum here for just a few points, it remains constant. Then it starts increasing. MC in the sense cost. Okay, marginal cost here. So each an additional unit of output when we are producing, what will happen to the cost? The cost will be higher as compared to the previous one. Because of that reason, the cost increases and MC rises. So three phases here. Basuri, can you tell what are those three phases? Just start with the first phase. How was it? First phase of LVP. How is it? Basuri? Alan Verghese? Alan? What features you can see regarding MC in the first phase?
We have increasing returns,
Yeah, we have increasing returns. Okay, why?
increase in efficiency of variable input,
Yes, because of increase in variable input and one more. What is that?
better utilization of fixed
Yes,
inputs.
better utilization of fixed inputs. So what happens? When we produce, what will happen?
Lower cost.
Yes, we
Produced at
have
lower cost.
lower cost. Because of that reason, what will happen to marginal cost? It will
Fall.
fall. Very good. Next one. In the second and third phase, what happens? Vishnu, can you tell? Akshay,
Yes, ma'am.
what happens in the second and third phase?
So in the second and third phase,
Hmm.
there is decrease returns to factor.
There is decreasing returns of factor because of
Fall in efficiency of variable input
okay.
and overutilization of fixed inputs.
Okay, then because of that, what will happen? It will result in
So each additional unit of output
Hmm.
is produced at a higher cost.
so cost will be higher. Okay, so if cost is higher, what will happen to MC curve? It will
MC rises.
MC rises. The curve will rise. Okay, so these are the features related to MC curve. Now next one, relationship between AC and MC. AC is what now, Pranav?
Average cost.
Average cost. MC is marginal cost. Now there are some relationship between, there are some features or some kind of relationship you can see between AC and MC. You look at the curve. This curve is MC and AC is the U-shaped curve. Okay. When MC is less than AC, MC is less than AC in the sense this part we are talking. You can see it is less than AC. AC is falling with the increase in output. So always you can see AC is falling till here. Till here. Till this point you can see MC is below AC or it is less than AC. MC is less than AC. Till that point you can see AC is falling. That is one kind of relation. Now another point, that is when MC is equal to this area, that is when MC is equal to AC, what happens? They both intersects each other and AC is constant and that AC is at minimum level. Whether MC is at its minimum, just look at the curve and tell me whether MC is at minimum. Where MC is minimum, you can see that is here, somewhere here. Okay, till here MC is falling, then minimum, then it start rising. But if you compare both these curves, you can see the relation where MC and AC is intersecting with each other. AC is at its minimum. That is another relation. Next stage you can see, first stage MC is lesser than AC, then intersection, then you can see MC is becoming higher because AC is slowly increasing. Because of that reason you can see, and the change if you see from AC and MC, MC is greater than AC in that particular situation and AC rises with the increase in output. So three kinds of relation. Kevin, can you tell what are the three types of relation? Abhijit. Yes. Okay, Krishna Gandhi, tell me what are the three kinds of relationship between AC and MC?
When MC is less than AC,
Hmm.
AC falls with increase in the
Output.
output.
Okay, so as the output increases, understand that and see. Okay, as the output increases, what is happening? Both are less actually, both are getting reduced, but one speciality is there that AC falls with the increase in output at till which point when MC is less than, till this point when MC, you can see that MC is below AC curve. Okay, so till that point, what happens? AC falls with an increase in output. Okay, what is the second relation?
When MC is equal to AC,
Hmm.
AC is constant and it's its
Minimum.
maximum point.
Minimum point. Okay, it's at the minimum point. Okay, what is the third point? Third relation?
When MC is greater than AC, AC
Hmm.
rises with increase in
Is
output.
in output. As you see that here MC is above AC curve. So what is happening to AC? It is getting increased. It is rising. So these are the three types of relation. Now next, relationship between TC and MC. Here this they have given the relationship of or the graph of TC. This one graph of MC. Okay, TC you have learned before the shape of TC curve. How is that, Abhilash? You have learned that before. The shape of TC curve. How was
I
it?
mean, inverse
Yes,
S-shaped.
inverse S-shaped. Okay, so here you can see TC curve is inverse S-shaped. MC curve is somewhat, you can see it is we cannot say fully as a U-shaped one, but a flatter U-shape you can see. Now, what does MC that you have studied before? What is MC, Rahul? What is marginal cost? You have studied that before. What is marginal cost? You think what is the formula otherwise?
Change in utility.
It's not utility here, product, right? Change into cost, not product also. Change in cost. We are talking about cost, not production. So change in total cost,
Cost by change in output.
change in output. Okay. So it's what addition is happening in the total cost. When we increase one more output, that we call it as marginal cost. Okay. So MC is the addition to TC. When we increase one more unit, then we will be getting MC. Now here the relation, when MC falls, you can see till here MC is falling. Okay. When MC falls, TC, what is happening? It is increasing, but the speciality is that it is increasing at a decreasing rate. It's not increasing at a faster rate. It is increasing, but at a decreasing rate. Till what level you can see, what relation you can see with MC with that TC? When MC falls till here, till this point, till the point Q, what is shown in MC curve, till that point, that is marked as lowest point of MC. Till that point, you can see MC is falling. I mean, marginal cost is falling. Till that point, what relation you can see in TC is that TC increases, but it increases at a very decreasing rate, not in a faster manner. Now, after this point Q, what happens? MC increases. It starts increasing. So that time what happens? TC increases at an increasing rate. Okay. So these are the two types of relationships you can see between TC and MC. Pranav, what are the types of relationship you can see between TC and MC?
MC is the addition to TC when one more unit of output
That is actually the definition of MC. Two kinds of relationship here. What are they?
when MC falls, TC increases at decreasing rate.
Okay, when MC falls, TC increases, but at a decreasing rate. Yes,
And
next.
when MC increases, TC increases at an increasing rate.
At an increasing rate. So MC increases from after this point, MC increases. What happens to TC? TC always it is increasing, but in the second stage, you can see it is increasing. It is increasing at an increasing rate. Next one. Relationship between AVC and MC. What is AVC in this, Abhilash?
Average variable cost.
Okay, average variable cost and relationship between average variable cost and marginal cost. Now here, this one is MC curve, what is shown, and AVC, the U-shaped curve. When MC is less than AVC, that is this part, MC is less than AVC. You can see the same relationship you can see between MC and TC, what you have learned, the same relationship you can see between AVC and MC also. Okay, because you know that total cost mostly it is influenced by the average variable cost. Because of that reason, the same kind of relationship you can see between MC AVC and between MC and total cost. Now, when MC is less than AVC, what is happening? AVC falls. You can see AVC is reducing till this point. Okay, so always one kind of relationship what you see between AVC and MC. When MC is less than AVC, When marginal cost is less than variable cost, what is happening? Average variable cost always falls with increase in output. That is one kind of relation. Second relation, when MC is equal to AVC, same way, here you can see the point P where both are intersecting. AVC is constant and it is at its minimum level, minimum point. So when MC is intersecting AVC, AVC is constant and it is at its minimum level. After that, it changes. It starts rising. Why? Because now marginal cost is more than AVC. Okay, now marginal cost is greater than AVC. Because of that reason, AVC rises. So from till here, this point, it is reducing. After that, you can see it is increasing. And always MC will be greater than in that particular situation. Akshay, what are the types of relationship you can see between AVC and MC?
MC, when MC is less than AVC, AVC falls with increase.
Output. Okay.
When MC is equal to AVC, AVC is constant at its minimum point.
Minimum point. Okay. Next.
And when MC is greater than AVC, AVC also rises with the output.
Increase in output. As you increase the output, what will happen? AVC also increases. At what situation? When MC is greater than AVC. Next, here for the first unit of output, in the sense, I showed you one table before. In that marginal cost, AVC, then TFC, TVC, everything we showed you. That table, if you check, for the first unit of output, take care, SMC and AVC will be same. What is this SMC now? What does that S denotes?
Short run.
Yes, very good. Short run marginal cost. Okay, so in the short run, what happens? The SMC and AVC for the first unit of output will be same. Just keep this point. Just note this point, because when we are doing the calculation, you need this particular point. Okay, so for the first unit of output, SMC and AVC, it will be same. So SMC and AVC curves start from the same point. As the output increases, what happens? SMC falls. Now in this previous one here, as we bring it together, what happens? This will be joining actually, okay, which they have not shown. It will be on towards this side only. It will be starting together from one point, then only it is getting separated. So in the beginning stage, it is together, then only it is getting separated. Okay, but in this graph, it is not shown, but actually it is like that. Okay, so first point related to the SMC and AVC, it is the same. So both these curves start from the same point. Then what happens? As output increases, SMC falls and AVC starts. AVC will be a little bit above that. Okay. Now, AVC is what? That is the average of marginal cost. What happens? That being the average, it is considered as when we take the average, the average of total cost you will be finding. Then when we are seeing that in the beginning stage, it falls, but the fall will be less than SMC. That is why AVC curve lies above MC curve. Okay. Both are falling in the beginning, but what happens? SMC curve is, or MC curve is falling than ABC curve. That is why ABC lie above MC curve. Then SMC start rising. Even though SMC start rising, there also, that point also, ABC continues to fall. So here in this previous one, if you see here, SMC till here, MC is still here. From this, it start rising from this point. But still ABC, what is happening? Is it rising or falling? Is it rising or falling? Rahul?
Which point?
See, this is MC curve, right? This is going up like that. It is MC curve. MC curve, it is falling, 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 reached its minimum. Then it start rising. So what is happening to ABC curve? Is it rising or is it falling or it is same?
Falling.
It is falling. That relation only they are telling here. When SMC starts rising, what is happening to ABC? It continues to fall as long as the value of SMC remains same. Value of SMC remains same in the sense, till here ABC falls, and when ABC and MC remain same, because there, that point only, their intersection you can see, ABC and MC is becoming same. Till that point, what is happening? ABC is going on falling. Okay. Now once more, ABC falls, but the fall is less than SMC. After a point, what happens? SMC start rising. So that time also ABC falls. ABC falls till what point? Till the point where SMC is the same as ABC. Till that point, ABC continues to fall.
Ma'am, can you repeat this point, please?
See, ABC falls in the beginning. You can see it is falling. This is ABC curve. This one is ABC curve. Okay. And MC curve is this one. It's like this. Now, the first point, what did I say? MC is falling, 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 reaches minimum. That time it is, ABC is also falling. Okay, it is falling. Then MC curve starts increasing. That time what is happening? That time also ABC is falling. And both, it will be falling till the point where these two meets each other. That is this point. So ABC will be falling till the point where MC and ABC meets, or MC or ABC is the same, or MC or ABC intersect each other. Till that point, ABC falls. Okay, so that is what this second point represents. ABC falls, but the fall is less than SMC. That means less than SMC means what now? SMC is more falling, right? So that is why MC is below. After that, what happens to MC? MC starts rising. Start rising also, that time also what happens? ABC remains, or it is becoming low, low, low. It is falling. It will fall till the point where MC and AC are same. Okay, so with this second point, I will end. Now one more period is there. In that period, we will continue. Okay. Let me take the attendance, just 1 minute. Okay, then bye everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.